enjoying your time on Gotham? It's obviously something that's a little different than what you've done before, but similar in some ways.
Well, I think you'll see that the reason I took this gig is going to start to play out this year, and we knew that last year. Had Barnes been a character that was going to be the Barnes that we've seen, I really wouldn't have been interested in it. But because we discussed the arc of the character in advance, I was like, okay, all right, I can get behind that. And it's been great. It's been wonderful. It's also been wonderful to have a life, because there's so many people in this show that I'm used to being number one. So, I'd spent so much time on set that I never had a life. So I'm in New York City. I've seen every show. I get to see concerts and everything, and go to Central Park and have a blast. But now, my character is going to really undergo a transformation that I think the audience is going to eat up with a spoon and really, really dig. And it's what attracted me to the gig. And, I like the show anyway, and I like everybody involved. But for my part, I was like, okay, this is something I can sink my teeth into.
So what's the Barnes-Gordon dynamic like this?
I'm sorry?
What's the Barnes-Gordon dynamic like this?
Well, at the beginning of the season, Barnes is badly hurt, and he's come back to the precinct, but he's diminished and he's depleted. He's physically down, and here's this kid that he looks at as his son, and he wants to keep him from becoming something that he's not, because Gordon is trying to fight fire with fire, right? Sort of slipping into the Vic Mackey of it all, if you will, And my guy is trying to pull him out of that and stop him from that, and not with a lot of success. So I think one of the interesting ironies is that his own zealotry leads to extremity in himself, and then something crazy happens. Is that enough of a tease?
Good crazy or bad crazy?
Terrible crazy. Yeah. And then it's a totally different dynamic entirely. It's interesting. I think that, speaking back to comics and this world, speaking to our world, the world's getting crazier and crazier. All you have to do is look on your phone and just go, what? Every day. It's just crazy. And I think I've always said this about comic books and graphic novels, is that they speak to very broad but very real themes about humanity, about this innate struggle between good and evil in ourselves and in the world, and wanting to, I don't mean to get so crazy deep about it, but I think it's a reason why it draws so many people in. And on the one hand, it's totally escapist, and it's a Calgon moment where we're able to go away for an hour or 2 hours and sort of just be entertained. But at the same time, it sort of speaks to this incredibly dark aspect in human nature, and this desire for heroism to vanquish it, So I think that serves as such a magnet that we're drawn to it, Look at this thing. It's crazy. It's the only explanation I can come up with, is that it speaks to our nature.